going on, guys? Wrestling Untold's back with another video.
Another video, my favorite hour.
Episode 16.
16 of them. Wow,
Yep.
That's a lot. We're doing pretty good.
So in the
You're doing pretty good.
Yeah, so in the previous last two episodes, I would say, Roman Reigns won the best heel current.
Best current heel.
Yep, best current heel. And now we are doing best current heels.
Best heel of the past.
Yeah, best heel of the past.
Okay, yeah, best heel of the past. Today we're going to discuss a bunch of guys that I grew up with, and these are all heels from my day.
But I know all of them, of course.
But we watch a lot of wrestling, a lot of old school wrestling, so this is going to be a treat. So go ahead and,
I am Carter, a.k.a. Skills All Day.
And I am Keaton, a.k.a. I'm always in the house before street lights come on. And make sure you...
like, subscribe, comment, and all those things.
And share.
Yep.
And share. Get it out there, share.
And copy the link.
Cool. So let's jump.
Go.
Let's get right into it. So the first matchup we have here is the Hollywood Hulk Hogan. He's of the NWO, for anyone's wondering. And he's going up against Eddie Guerrero. What are your thoughts here?
So what was Hulk Hogan's heel turn? Heel.
He turned heel when Kevin Nash and Scott Hall both joined WCW. And they were the outsiders, and they were showing up. I believe it was a pay-per-view, and they said they had a third member. And Hulk Hogan was supposed to be like, he's never been a heel, ever. And he came out in his yellow and red attire, and he, essentially put a leg drop on Macho Man. And that was it. And that was your big heel turn. It was much needed for him.
Eddie Guerrero didn't have a heel turn. He came to
WWE
as a heel.
Yeah, he was always a heel.
He was always taunting young Dominic Mysterio.
Yeah, his theme music is like lie, steal, cheat, or lie, cheat, steal, or something like that.
I cheat, I steal.
Yeah, so two formidable heels. What are your thoughts here?
I have to say that this heel is incredible as a heel. I have to pick Eddie Guerrero.
Eddie Guerrero over NWO Hulk Hogan? All right.
I cannot imagine.
Wow, he's starting right out with
awesomeness.
With upsets, but again, this is what happens on Wrestling Untold. Am I right? So the next two persons is The Rock, and a lot of people remember The Rock from it's more recent. He's a babyface, but The Rock was he was sort of the leader of Nation of Domination. But he was hated at one particular time. He was really hated. And then the other, he's going up against Scott Hall, who is also an NWO member.
Outsiders.
He was Razor Ramon in WWF. When he got WCW, he came Scott Hall, basically his real name, and they were the Outsiders. What are your thoughts here?
Now, this is a really hard match. It's The Rock. He was really good as everyone booed him. And Scott Hall, which NWO, everyone hated in the beginning, but everyone seemed to like him. Everyone seemed to like him at the end for some weird reason. After they hated him, I gotta go with The Rock.
You going to Rock? Yeah, I go Rock here too, because that was a turn in his career that he needed. Next to the next two, so the debate is Stone Cold a heel or is he a babyface? He's a heel that is also a babyface for some particular reason. But Stone Cold, and he's going up against Jerry the King Lawler. And I'm going to tell you, I pretty much, hate is a strong word, but I disliked him very much as a young man.
Everyone hate or disliked
Yeah,
Jerry.
it's a strong word, but
Stone Cold would always do mean stuff to McMahon's.
Yeah.
Always. Oh my goodness.
And he was the heel and Bret Hart was the babyface in that feud. And somehow it kind of flipped places and they were cheering Stone Cold and booing Bret Hart, and that was...
Had blood all over his face. Oh my gosh, that was a weird match. I have to go with Jerry. People hate him.
Jerry King? You know the King? Okay, all right. I'm okay with that. Just because Stone Cold borders on that line.
He's like Becky Lynch's father.
So the next two persons, this is a really, really older wrestler. He is definitely a heel. Is the Honky Tonk Man. We are reaching back to the 80s on this one. And he's going up against NWO Kevin Nash. This is our third NWO member here. And not one of them has advanced. So, the Honky Tonk Man, he would come in and he's dressed like Elvis. and he come playing this terrible old song, and then he just would irritate the audience.
He's good. He's a man.
Yeah, and he would be like, one more time. He would play this same song over and over.
Oh my gosh, you guys loved it so much. I'm gonna play it one more time.
Yeah.
He's the honky tonk man.
Oof. And Kevin Nash,
Kevin Nash, people, he's exactly what Scott Hall. People loved him. I mean, hated him, and then they all of a sudden were like, these guys are good.
Yeah.
Just like Stone Cold. Honky Tonk Man, I have to choose him.
You want Honky Tonk Man here? Okay, all right.
He's the Honky Tonk Man. He's cool. He's good. He's a man. Don't ask me why I know that song, please.
Wow. So our next two are first one is going to be Vader, or it's Vader time. As he would do. And Rick Rude. I don't know if you know much about Rick Rude, but I know you've seen Vader fight. Vader is a heel.
Rick Rude fight.
Rick Rude was a ladies' man. He would come out and he would do a whole bunch of hip thrusting and everything, and flexing and everything. It was, it wasn't for me at that time.
Vader.
You going Vader here? Mm-hmm. No need to explain.
No.
Okay. All right.
No need to explain.
So, Mankind. Connie and I had a conversation, and it was you didn't think Mankind was a heel. But Mankind, when he debuted, he came out and he pummeled The Undertaker in a way that no one has ever done, ever. And he was probably The Undertaker's, arch nemesis for the most part.
Did he throw Undertaker on pins?
I believe so. And he's going up against Vince McMahon. And Vince McMahon, while the owner of WWF, WWE, or whatever you want to call it, the chairman of the company, he also was, the boss that everyone hated. And he had a great feud with our guy Stone Cold, and that
we don't know who'll finish that rivalry.
Yeah, well, we do, but what are your thoughts here?
I have to pick. I've never seen people boo Vince McMahon for some weird reason. I don't think I've ever.
They think he's great. I don't think he's that great.
Yeah, he doesn't wrestle nicely.
Unless he's watching this, then he is great.
Let's do Mankind.
You go Mankind? Yeah, that's a good one. Yes, he would come out and just pummel The Undertaker, and then he would lay in the corner of the ring and pull his hair out. And I'm like, what is this guy? What is that? You don't feel pain?
Cactus Jack had the stick with the wires.
Yeah, so Mankind is also Cactus Jack. He's also Dude Love. He's also.
What's your favorite character?
Oh, I love the Dude Love character, but it's got to be Mankind.
I thought you were going to say Gerald Manager Foley.
No, not at all. So this next one, interestingly enough, he's never held a title as long as he was in WWF.
Vader never held a title.
Yeah, I know, but Jake the Snake Roberts, as popular as he was, never had a title. I don't even know if he had an opportunity at a title.
Who was he going against?
He's going against the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. So Ted DiBiase is also one of those ones that just, came out with his $1 Million belt and all his money, and he just wanted to buy everybody, buy all his wins and all this other stuff. He said,
He came out with cash. Was it real?
I don't know. I was a kid. I had no idea.
Fake.
Probably, yeah.
I would have to choose. Jake Roberts.
You know Jake Roberts here? Okay, all right, that's cool.
You put a snake on you and let the snake bite you.
Yeah, he let it bite Macho Man. They couldn't get it off of him. It was pretty
Macho
funny.
Man was like this.
Yeah.
And he was trying to get out of him.
All right, so the last matchup of first round, this is going to be Carter's favorite match, but I didn't know he's going to choose. So Owen Hart, who is Carter's favorite wrestler,
No, he's not.
for some weird reason,
he's not.
he believes you believe he's the best wrestler from the Hart Foundation, which I don't agree with either.
Do you know that Shawn Michaels is my favorite wrestler?
Yeah, but you really like Owen Hart too.
Yeah.
He
but Shawn
secretly
Michaels is
likes
also
Owen
my
Hart.
favorite. I like Owen Hart. He's pretty
And Goldust, who he believes is my favorite wrestler, which isn't true.
He is your favorite wrestler.
I just like saying that Goldust should have more respect on his name, given the fact that Goldust was a really good heel, and he held the Intercontinental title a lot.
Yeah.
They changed the gold for him.
He's still trying to get a Goldust shirt.
I'll get my
He's
shirt.
trying to
Don't
get
you worry.
He's trying to get socks, shoes. He's trying to get everything.
So, which one are you choosing, Mr. Whisper to the side like I can't hear?
Goldust.
You going Goldust here?
Mm-hmm. He was a bully.
Over Owen Hart?
Mm-hmm. Owen Hart wasn't really a heel. He was baby-based.
Okay, well, we're going to move into round two. So we have 8 persons remaining here. So top of the round. So we're looking at Eddie Guerrero versus The Rock. This is a no-brainer for me. I know who I would pick here.
Who would you pick?
I'm going to Rock. There's no way around it. You gotta go to Rock. He was,
The Rock.
The way he tormented people in his own members of his Nation of Domination group. I mean, it's genius,
Next.
So next is gonna be Jerry the King Lawler versus the Honky Tonk Man.
Jerry.
You want Jerry here?
I really don't like Jerry.
You don't like him?
Man, I could stay there.
So you want Jerry?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
It'd be cool if Elias acted like Honky Tonk Man.
Well.
He doesn't.
Yeah.
He lost that music.
Yeah.
Who's next?
So next is going to be Vader. And he's going up against our hair pulling out guy, Mankind.
Hair pulling out guy?
Yeah, he would just go in the corner after beating somebody, and he'd just be like, yeah. And he'd have all his hair in his hand. And then the great thing about Mankind is he had that mandible claw. So he'd take those 2 fingers here and he'd shove it down your throat until you threw up.
Like the 2 sweet fingers?
And then he got Socko. That's when he became a baby face. And he would shove the Socko down your throat, which
Didn't
is,
he have like many types of Socko?
So it's the rock and sock connection.
Yeah, different types of Socko.
Yeah, they were all dirty socks.
I have to choose Vader.
You going Vader here? Okay, all right, that's cool. All right, so then the next is going to be Jake the Snake Roberts versus Goldust. And I'll tell you, like with Jake the Snake, I don't think I had any emotions about him, whether he was good or bad. I just thought it was cool he brought a snake to the ring. But it got up under my skin when Goldust would wrestle people, because he would do a whole bunch of funny business during the match. I don't ever get up under my skin. He really got. I was so happy when Ahmed Johnson beat him.
Yep, he put powder in someone's face.
Yeah. Oh, and then when he fought Roddy Piper and he hit Roddy Piper with his gold Cadillac, oh, I was steaming.
Goldust, definitely.
Still steaming to this day.
Who's next?
But I put respect on his name.
Who's next?
Okay, so that's the end of round 2. Let's go to round. We're moving quickly here.
Final 4.
So we're down to 4. So The Rock, Jerry the King, Vader, and Goldust. So let's go. Rock versus Jerry the King. I know where I'm going here. Where are you going here?
Who would you go? I'm going for.
There's only one person here. It's like The Rock. I'm going to Rock. He's the best at everything he's done, whether it's heel or babyface.
But I hate.
Yeah.
I just hate. This is the best heel. The person you hate
Jerry
the most.
Yeah, because the problem with Jerry is he was on commentary, so you heard him the whole Raw. He talked and he talked horrible, and then occasionally he would get in the ring and wrestle, and you're just like, oh my gosh, who is this guy? And then he would get back on commentary and talk his trash. It was the worst. And he's not a good wrestler.
Jerry.
You going Jerry here?
Yeah, Jerry.
Okay, all right.
He's such a not bad, but he's such a heel.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. You feel like Paul McAfee is the modern Jerry the King Lawler? He just don't wrestle.
Paul McAfee is much better commentator than wrestler.
Shouts out to Paul McAfee. Yeah, shouts out to him. What about Vader versus Goldust here? I know where I'm going here.
Goldust.
And you got to put some respect on his name.
Goldust.
You gonna Goldust here? Okay, all right. You gonna Goldust here? He was. I don't know if Goldust works in this era, but he worked then. I honestly don't know if he works now.
They're starting to have the New Japan now.
Are they? We gotta watch New Japan. We'll just watch old Goldust. So we're at the final. So all right, people. All right, rubbing my hands like Birdman. Let's see what's going to happen. So we got Jerry the King Lawler versus Goldust. These are 2 very different types of heels. One just talks trash in the Jerry the King Lawler, and Goldust is all like they really action based. He puts you in a very uncomfortable state, and he just, I saw him kiss too many men on wrestling, and you got to pay me a whole lot of money to be doing mouth-to-mouth resuscitation with other wrestlers. So again,
Goldust is weird.
He's beyond weird, but whatever. Not my cup of tea. Somebody's have your tea. But where you go here?
Jerry.
You going Jerry?
I really don't like Jerry.
So is Jerry going to be the greatest heel from the old school?
Yes.
Jerry the King Lawler. So there you go. He has a
no one likes Jerry.
Lawler.
If you like Jerry, comment down below you like Jerry.
So wow, that's a surprise to me. So yesteryear, essentially, Jerry the King Lawler is the best heel according to Carter, and he barely wrestled. He just did a whole lot of talking on commentary. But again, you know,
Did you see his clothes?
yeah, he's.
It's like Andre the Giant's
And
clothes
I gotta
and his
see-
pants.
I don't even know. I don't even know if he ever won King of the Ring. I'm not sure how he got that whole Jerry the King Lawler thing. Kind of like how, you know, Corbin got the King thing because he won King of the Ring. We don't know. So
We have to find out.
cool.
Trivia?
So I don't have any trivia today. I do not have any trivia today.
You said you did.
I don't. I was trying to think of some. I don't have any trivia, but I do have some questions for you. Now, so on last week's episode, Carter did a "Would You Rather," and I do have some. I do have some questions for you.
Okay.
So since Jerry the King Lawler is our best heel, so would you rather have the career of Jerry the King Lawler in the gimmick and make $10 million a year, or have the career of The Rock and make $500,000 a year?
500,000.
And then you be The Rock,
500.
or you're going to be an annoying Jerry the King Lawler and have $10 million a year.
500. It's not even
500,000.
a million.
Nope.
I got a big Jerry.
You're going to go with the, okay, all right. So you're going to go Jerry the King
If it
Lawler.
was a million, I would do Rock. But come on, that's not even a million.
So, okay, so here's your next question.
Okay.
This is your first debut. This is you debuting. It's SummerSlam. SummerSlam's coming up, people. So you're debuting at SummerSlam, and your first match has to be against either Goldust or Jerry the King Lawler. Which one is it gonna be against? You're the babyface, by the
This
way.
is easy. It's Jerry.
You're going against Jerry?
Yeah, I can beat him in
Squash
2
him?
seconds.
You're gonna squash him?
Yeah.
Okay, all
Just do
right.
my old super kick.
Okay, all
Dun,
right.
dun, dun, dun.
All right,
I
so-
play Shawn Michaels music. You'd be like, is Shawn Michaels returning that old man? And then you see me.
Oh, oof. Yeah, this is getting weird.
I'm
man.
not your boy, toy.
Yeah.
Oh, I
it's
can do
getting
the
weird.
zip line. Remember the zip line? Shawn Michaels with the zip line.
Okay, all right. Okay.
All right.
Okay, so your final question is going to be, who is the better heel, Jerry the King Lawler or Roman Reigns? Who is the better heel?
The better heel is Roman
Is it?
Reigns.
It's going to be Roman Reigns. I could agree with you there. He's done
He
some.
wants people to hate him.
Yeah, it's so easy to. That's the other thing. It's very easy to hate
Especially
Roman
when you
Reigns.
give him the mic. Give Paul Heyman the mic, not
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
And then he says
Shouts out
something
to
weird
Roman Reigns.
that
by
makes
the
you
way.
think a million
Shouts
times.
out to Joe. He really, for the matter.
Yes.
Joman Reigns. So that's the end of our show, people. That's, thank you for, sticking with us through 16 episodes. We're going to have plenty more.
The only thing I can say right now is sponsor us.
We got plenty of time for sponsors. We are very, very, very passionate about this podcast. Carter, he comes to me. I'll say this over and over again every episode. He comes to me with these ideas. These are my ideas. He thought of the name. He wants to he wants to make sure that this is something that is special, and it is special. So again, we appreciate every last one of you guys out here that watch every single week. We will have episodes every single week. Occasionally we may miss a week, but we're gonna have episodes every single week. So thank you. Tell them what to do.
Like, subscribe, comment, anything I just said. And also,
Share.
sponsor us. Okay.
Yeah, this kid's great. So see you guys later.
Dodging bullets.